Hey guys, Mr. Marcus here, and as you can see, we're back with the Tottenham Hotspur Master League. You can already tell from the title of this video. And basically in today's episode we have two matches for you from the Premier League. Of course, we're coming up to an end of the Premier League. I think we get to match 34 in this episode. So I think it's 34. I'll probably be able to tell you like by the next match. But yeah, basically, well, actually by the end of the period, I show you the table. Yeah, so in this match we have two matches from the Premier League and one match from the Europa League, the first leg against Pablo Weistin. And of course, after this we have 2 episodes left in the season. Now I need you, if you're not already voted, vote in the straw poll below, and you can basically decide if we should continue the season, the series basically of Master League in general with Tottenham Hotspur, or move somewhere else, I don't really know yet, and continue that and see where we can go in terms before PES 2016 comes out. Just play the PES 2016 demo and upload that, which I'm uploading anyway, or just basically to just focus on PES 2016. But basically in the first minutes of the match against Manchester United, David De Gea takes us out, well, in the 20th minute of the match, David De Gea takes us out, gets a yellow card, Karim Benzema gets taken out from him, and we end up taking a penalty with the said beast that is Christian Eriksen. Christian Eriksen pops the penalty in, a really confident penalty to give us a 1-0 lead at Old Trafford against Manchester United, a team I usually suffer against, but unfortunately for them, I was on really good form right now. So anyway, in the 39th minute of the match, here down the right hand side with Gaston Ramirez, just runs past players like they're not even there, gets a strike away, it takes the deflection off Marcus Rocco and comes out to nothing. And basically, like, Man United had not done anything in the first half. Like, we were dominating possession, we were playing really good football, we were getting the opportunities, and we were taking the opportunities which came to us. I mean, it had come to us in the form of a penalty, but we still took the opportunity. As you see there, they had 0 shots in the whole first half. Going up into the 51st minute of the match, though, El Shaarawy on the ball gives it to Karim Benzema, and Tyler Blackett takes his opportunity just to stay off Benzema so long that I just run past him like he's not even there, and I ping it in the back of the net of Karim Benzema to make it 2-0 to us. Now Benzema, of course, has scored so many goals for me this season. If you haven't already seen, that's like maybe his, I don't know, like 18th goal or something in the season, as well as assisting like 17. He's like been ridiculous, like this whole particular season in general. But in the 66th minute of the match, Gaston Ramirez gets an opportunity, gets a strike away. It's a really good save from David De Gea. Like, they were basically just like have no opportunities at all for anything other than me just going forward, as you see from the stats in a moment, as you basically beat Manchester United 2-0 away from home. We were just dominating in the league and we're just doing really well. Like, I've hit the perfect hit of form at the current moment, which is amazing. As you see there, they had 0 shots throughout the whole game. Benzema got man of the match with 7.5 rating. John Terry actually got 7.0 rating, which is actually surprisingly quite good considering, well, we kept a clean sheet, and usually the game doesn't really give good stuff to defenders. But yeah, into the second match of this episode, it is against Southampton, again against one of our former teams. Southampton we've already beat this year 5-0. We beat them in the Europa League 5-0 in the episode was called Absolute Demolition, I think, something like that. And yeah, so basically going up against Southampton, I was expecting a difficult game because of course former team play a lot of good football. They play very Barcelona-esque because I actually made them play like that, and the game actually recognised that I got some good players, good passers and whatnot to actually make them play like that. And it's actually quite good that they actually do still play like football like I used to play football. But yeah, basically they kicked off, and in the 16th minute of the match, or down the right hand side, Joel Campbell gives it into Mayuka, who for some reason I never played, and he actually gets a shot, but it's a pretty decent save, I think, from Hugo Lloris. I'm not particularly sure. I actually might have played Gianluigi Buffon on this game. I'll see in a moment. I actually played Hugo Lloris. But anyway, yeah, so basically makes a really good save, makes actually a couple good saves, and it comes up to the 37th minute of the match here. El Shaarawy again down this left hand side just runs in and then just finesses it past Fraser Forster to give us a 1-0 lead in Southampton at St Mary's. And dominating, it's just so straightforward just to get the shots away and score those easy goals, and those goals are the sort of win and lose situation between, well, basically competitively at the moment. I mean, of course I'm playing against a computer, so I can't really be that competitive, but the computer can be quite competitive. But as you see there, they were dominating possession, 68% possession. They had 4 shots, 2 on target. We had 2 shots. In the 56th minute of the match here, we get another strike away. I think it was with, I'm not particularly even sure who that was even with. I think it was John Terry. But in the 78th minute of the match here, Koki on the ball, runs past a couple of players, gets a strike away. Another good save from Fraser Forster. Again, Fraser Forster, one of the best goalkeepers in the actual game at the moment. It's like Neuer, and then it's like him. He's like the top, he's like the 5th best goalie in the game or something. It's ridiculous. But in the last 2 minutes of the match, Luke Wilson basically just stopping Azpilicueta from getting anywhere. Eventually, Azpilicueta does get a shot away. Absolutely horrendous shot. If that had been me, I would probably just cut it back. But yeah, I'm not the computer. And in the last minutes of the match, basically, to try and get forward again, Mayuka tries to get forward. A really good tackle from Eric Dyer. And we basically end up winning the game 1-0. A relatively slow-paced game. Southampton did attack us quite a lot. we basically just defended and counter-attacked, and it sort of worked out in our favour. As you see here, they had more possession than us. We had more, but basically the same amount of shots in the whole overall game, to be honest. Yeah, they had one more shot, but you know what I mean. But John Terry got man of the match with 7.5 rating. Match day 34, there's only 3 games left in the actual season. Match day 35, match day 36, no, 4 games left. But as you see there, we're still 12 points clear of Arsenal in second place. And basically, if we win our next game, there will only be 9 points left for them to actually be able to get to us. So if we win our next game and they lose it, or they draw, or if we lose and they draw, or basically any situation where if we lose and they either lose or draw, we've won the title. So that's crazy to think about. But anyway, going into the last match of this episode, it is against Pablo Weiston in the Europa League. And the Europa League is again a very interesting league because it's really easy and straightforward. And in this particular match, I actually rested quite a lot of players knowing that I could win the league on the next match. So the likes of Benzema and El Shaarawy were really the only 2 main players from my starting team. El Shaarawy, Benzema and Gaston Ramirez. Everyone else, the likes of Lamela, Ayan, Kolo Toure, Buffon in goal, Patrice Evra and whatnot. There were a lot of players who were basically just backup players. And again, Pablo Weiston, the team I didn't play this year, but I did play in the Mass League with, I think with Atletico Madrid. I played them in the Champions League. So they're a pretty decent team, but they're not that good. I mean, they're just basically a team there just to be beaten, essentially. And in this particular match, it was quite interesting that I sort of underestimated them, now that I say that they're just a team to be beaten, because basically the game kicked off and this was an interesting game because we basically dominated the match from start to finish. I mean, I know from like the first minutes of the match I actually kicked the ball out of place straight away, but in the 4th minute of the match, Ramirez on the ball basically runs past a couple of players, does a little nice shot and just pings it right into the top corner. And Ramirez, like I've been saying in the Europa League, main top goal scorers have been Ramirez, Townsend and Son for me. It's really weird that a lot of the lower rated players do a lot better in the Europa League than the likes of Benzema and El Shaarawy and whatnot. But in the 42nd minute of the match, Benzema runs past a couple of players, gets a strike away, keeper makes an absolutely amazing save from the Benzema shot, and the guy actually gets an opportunity to clear the ball. And it was really weird because the whole first half they didn't really do much with the ball like at all. Like Pablo Weiston literally did nothing. As you see here, Dembele on the ball gets a strike away again, hits it just wide, and it was 1-0 at half time to us. And we were dominating the matches, but it was just really weird that they weren't really doing much, but I mean, we weren't really doing much either. So in the 57th minute, I decided to basically try and make a change, get another strike away from Ramirez. This time the keeper again makes another really good save from it. But they started like sort of putting a bit more pressure on me, and in the 83rd minute of the match, Faden on the ball gives it to Comgier. Comgier just runs past a couple of players, and it's really weird how he gets a strike away here. Gets a strike away, Kolo Toure can't block it, Buffon can't do anything in goal, and Pablo Weiston actually equalised with like 2 or 3 minutes left in the match, which was really weird with Comgier scoring. And I was like, okay, I'll just have to go and destroy them in the home in the away leg, because of course we're at the home at the current moment. And basically it didn't really end up like that. Well, you'll find out in the next episode we'll actually show you that. But with that being said, we could potentially win the league next episode. Well, we'll find out, won't we? So, well, you'll find out, I already know. But yeah, so yeah, basically as you see from the stats, we've dominated the match, probably deserved to win, but Comgier got man of the match with 7.5 rating, and from the other game, Napoli destroyed Rayo Vallecano. So if you have enjoyed this video, subscribe to my channel for more, and catch you later.